You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
I said this county is very good about selecting well-qualified people.
And that on a big BS from Armour. This county is not very selective on qualified candidates. We are only get the candidates that Terry Miller allows us to have. And why is Armour, a so-called conservative, pushing for the top pay of $230,000+ plus every time anybody gets a raise of 3% or whatever everybody else, so does the superintendent. Look, why do you start out giving somebody everything and not making them earn it?
Well, you shouldn't do that. That's terrible bargaining. And if you're that bad at bargaining, even if it wasn't an elected position, how would you get them in there? And finally, he wants to pay the Lee County Superintendent, an elected official, almost more money than the President of the United States. I want everyone to understand that. That is almost more money than the yearly salary of the President of the United States. And our schools are run into the ground. And the people that have run our schools into the ground are most likely going to be the elected official for the Lee County School Board.
I'm a professional and should be compensated accordingly for my base salary and my supplements. Years passed, the millage was passed, and we were told that they would stop taking from the teachers' pot of money for operations, and that's how we would get that big raise.
County teacher, I deserve a livable wage. If I heard right in a board meeting recently, the district had mentioned building houses for teachers. This is not a fix. A livable wage is a fix. Each day, another teacher can't afford gas to get to work, put food on the table, or pay rent. Not a good look for a district, but the district has money that has not been spent on wages from last budget, which was discussed yesterday in bargaining.
We have had janitors leave because they get paid more working elsewhere. We are down paras because they can get paid more doing easier work elsewhere too. We have secretaries running around covering lunch duty and watching students who are removed from classrooms because there is no one to help. Teachers are stressed to the max. This happens every day in our school and schools around the district. This is unfair. All of us running around, bending over backwards, trying to make it all work, to keep the students safe and learning, struggling to put food on the table and give our blood, sweat, and tears taking away from our families and pets, and to not even get paid a decent wage or get money to do the extra work. Then last night at bargaining, it was brought to our attention that you have been hoarding a large sum of money for a rainy day. How dare you? I told you last time I was here more would quit, and if you don't pay us and start respecting us, there will be none of us left, and no one is coming to fill our positions. You want to build new schools? Well, you need teachers, bus drivers, cafeteria workers, subs, custodians, and more. I'm here to tell you it's time to break into that rainy day fund, because this isn't a drizzle, this is a monsoon, and your Lee County employees deserve a livable wage. Thank you.
I'd like to express that I'm not dim. I know that the money is in different pools and the pools cannot touch or be moved around. But what I am asking is that we play it straight at least. You know, if the money that is assigned to instruction last year was spent on something else, it should be a simple answer of no, that $33.9 million that was in that instructional fund that did not go to teacher wages because of vacancies was spent on this instead. That money's not there anymore. It's not available. Take the kid gloves off, just talk it straight. And I would be more reassured if evidence of fiscal mismanagement was not readily available at every information request. I've seen papers floating around of receipts for work done by locksmiths to the school where $38,000 was paid for a spreadsheet multiple times. I mean, I'll do a pivot table for you for a tenth of that. I could use the money. I'll even come by and I'll do the locks probably at a higher quality for half the money and make more than I'll make probably in the next 10 years teaching.
Trying to continue to put money into teachers and all employees' pockets. But they have also taken the hard $19 million bite on insurance and insurance inflation, which they have not passed on to their employees. which they could have simply done this year. We could have made those bills even worse. But is there still work to be done? Of course there's still work to be done.
About pay, and we've talked about bargaining. All I can say is, we hear you and we need to do better. So that's all.
And for the record, I'm not going to run for superintendent.